So what if you could build a machine that finds, onboards, and actually delights your bookkeeping clients, pretty much automatically? Today, we're going to break down exactly how to build that system using AI, turning your biggest growth headache into your greatest strength. Let's dive in. Okay, let's get right to it. Does this sound familiar to you? You're an amazing bookkeeper, but your firm's growth just feels like one step forward, one step back. You land a great new client, which is awesome, but then an old one leaves. It's this endless cycle of inconsistent growth and client churn. And honestly, it's a huge source of stress for so many firm owners. And here's the really tough part. A lot of the time, the root cause is that you're working with old, manual processes. You're putting in all this effort, you're grinding it out, but the system itself has leaks. These outdated ways of doing things don't just eat up your time, they create these little cracks in your client's experience, letting potential business just slip right through. And this brings us to what I call the bookkeeper's dilemma, which is really about the super high and often hidden cost of managing clients the old-fashioned way. So let's pull back the curtain and see what all that manual work is really costing your firm. You know, what's really powerful about this slide is seeing all these points as part of a cycle. It's not just a list of separate problems. It's more like a flywheel spinning in the wrong direction. A slow response time leads to a lost opportunity. A tiny manual error can chip away at trust. Inconsistent follow-up makes a client feel like they don't matter, and so they leave. It's a vicious cycle. And all the while, your competitors are automating and just getting smarter. But here's the pivot point. This is where things get exciting. What if we could completely reframe this entire problem? This quote just captures it perfectly. Every single one of those pain points we just listed, they're actually a massive opportunity in disguise. And it's all thanks to automation. And that brings us right to the solution, the automation revolution. Now don't worry, this isn't about some super complicated, futuristic tech that you need a PhD to understand. It's really about using simple, modern tools to solve these really old, really annoying problems for good. So what exactly is this solution? Well, it's a concept I like to call the automated client engine. Just think of it like your new digital team member, one that literally never sleeps, never makes a typo, and never ever forgets to follow up. It's a system of AI tools that all work together to manage the entire client journey, from the moment they first hear about you to, hopefully, years of loyal partnership. Okay, so what is this quote-unquote engine actually made of? Well, that brings us to your new tech stack. These are the specific, totally accessible tools you can use to power this whole transformation.
This slide basically lays out your starting lineup. Think of it like this. Notion becomes your central command center, your firm's brain. Make.com is like the digital plumbing that connects everything, letting all your apps talk to each other automatically. ChatGPT, that's your 24/7 virtual assistant. Fillout.com creates those super smooth intake forms, and Canva becomes your automatic content generator. See, each tool has a really clear and powerful job to do.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's see how these tools actually work together. We're going to walk through the automated client journey, seeing exactly what a new client experiences from that very first click. Okay, just imagine this for a second. A potential client fills out your simple form on your website. Instantly, and I mean within seconds, your system triggers a personalized welcome email that was written by ChatGPT. At the exact same time, all of their information gets perfectly organized in a new client workspace in Notion. And from that day on, they start getting valuable automated reports from Canva. No more chasing, no more delays. Seriously, how would that feel? And the difference is it's night and day. Take a look at this comparison. Where you once might have taken days to respond, it's now instant. Where data entry errors used to be a risk, you now have a perfectly accurate flow of data. Inconsistent follow-up becomes systematic, personalized engagement. This system doesn't just make you faster, it frees you from all that admin busy work so you can focus on what actually matters, doing high-value advisory work for your clients. So, how do you actually get started? I know it can feel like a lot, but it really doesn't have to be. Let's look at your quick win checklist, a super clear, actionable path to start building your own automated firm, one step at a time. First things first, let's focus on intake. This is the low-hanging fruit. Start by creating client workspace templates in Notion. Why? So you have one single source of truth for every client. Then, connect your inquiry form using Make.com. Why? To completely eliminate manual data entry forever. And finally, automate that first welcome email with ChatGPT. Why do that? To make an absolutely incredible first impression instantly. Okay, next up, let's focus on engagement. Use your system to make sure client profiles are always up to date, which makes your follow-ups perfect. You can start auto-generating valuable content with Canva and scheduling it. Craft personalized email sequences with ChatGPT to really nurture those relationships. It's all about building a system that consistently and automatically delivers value. And what does all of this automation really add up to? Well, it's this right here, 24/7. Your firm is now always on. It's capturing leads, it's answering questions, it's delivering value to clients, even when you're on vacation, even when you're asleep. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a fundamental competitive advantage. The key thing I want you to take away is this idea of a domino effect. You don't have to build this entire system overnight. Just by setting up that very first domino, let's say automating your intake form, you start a chain reaction. You begin this fundamental shift from always being reactive to your clients to being proactively brilliant and anticipating what they need before they even ask.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Just really imagine it for a minute. What if your next client could discover your firm, get their questions answered, and onboard themselves completely into your system flawlessly, all while you're sound asleep? That right there, that is the power of the automated firm.